Okay, today is November 28th, 2018, and right now at 2 o'clock in the afternoon we have cloudy skies with chemtrail spraying going on. We have the aerosols being sprayed. Yesterday we had very heavy spraying as well. That delayed the rain, precipitation that should be falling here in Southern California. We can see the jet stream is moving right into California. We also have a mid and upper level low pressure system right down here, right over Mexico, which should be delivering rain to the entire southwest. But we see that this low pressure system has been squashed out. We have a blockade built in right through this area. This is a high pressure blockade that has been installed by a satellite transmitter. Let me get the camera centered. This has been installed by a satellite transmitter, and that is preventing this jet stream flow pattern from merging with this low pressure system. So we see how this manipulation is taking place. This is not being shown, by the way, on the mainstream media. They're showing us cartoon weather, and this is the reason why, because we've got a lot of manipulation going on. We have a low pressure system that should have brought rain the last 3 days to this entire southwest area, including Mexico. But this has been squashed. We can see the very center, the vortex of this system has been completely squashed, and it's blockaded so that the jet stream cannot flow towards that low pressure. And so this is again the reason why we have cartoon weather on television, and they're not showing us the satellite maps. The fake news media is covering up their tracks. They're promoting CO2, global warming, smokestack emissions as the cause of the climate manipulation, but that's not true. Actually, we have climate control going on. We can see that clearly in this map right here, which is the Northeast Pacific water vapor loop. We can see a giant dual low pressure storm system up here with two straight edges right here. Let's take a look at this in the in the rainbow loop, and we can see those two straight edges right there. We're missing some frames in this loop, so I had to, they were dead frames. I had to blank them out. So we're only seeing a portion of this loop. But as I stop the loop, we can see that right there, pretty good evidence of what's going on. That is some very good evidence. And of course, this is why we have cartoon weather, because the deep state and their weather, their cap and trade scam would quickly fall apart. This entire CO2 and smokestack emission reasoning is crazy. The excuses they're giving us for climate change don't add up. Our planet is not warming. That's false. The only warming that's taking place is when high pressure is installed in places like right here. That is high pressure. There's obviously no water vapor flowing into this area. And so if this area of high pressure, if this transmitter decides to install high pressure in that one area and keep it there for days on end, we've seen that happen, that will heat the area up. And so this is how a self-fulfilling prophecy happens. We can create high pressure and leave it in place for as long as we need to, and that's what's happening right here. And that's what's happening over here. We've got actually an occluded front shown on the surface analysis map. We'll take a look at that right now. Here's the surface analysis map. That storm we were just looking at right up here. This is a dual storm system. You see this giant purple occluded front. How can we have a warm front overtaking a cold front in the middle of two low pressure systems? That's not possible unless there's a satellite transmitter or some other method of heating the interior of that vortex to create that right angle that we were just looking at right here. So this is, again, we're seeing satellite weather, or pardon me, we're seeing cartoon weather on TV. They're not showing us the satellite maps. Right here we see a rerun pretty much of yesterday. This is all the moisture moving in, part of that frontal system moving in, and yet we have no rain. Let's look at the Doppler map. You can see that, we'll come back to this in a minute. That was over Utah, that Doppler radar image. Okay, so we do see some rain moving into central California. Back this out a little bit more. We can see that we have some transmitter manipulation. We can see the ground-based transmitters chopping up this area of precipitation right up over Northern California. That's pretty amazing. Look at the flow pattern once again in Northern California. Right up here, look at the depth of the water vapor moving into Northern California, and yet there's no precipitation. But also notice what's happening right here. This is that developing storm. We can see a right angle right here on this system. This is going to move into Northern California, and that will dump some rain. Okay, it's rather interesting. Water vapor map is, we're not really seeing this on the water vapor map. Why is that? Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that. Let's go back to the Doppler map. We can see that there is precipitation falling in central California. Let's take a look now at what's happening over Utah, right over Cedar City, Utah. We can see that ground transmitter. There's a WSR 88D ground microwave transmitter chopping up the precipitation and the snow pattern right here near Cedar City. And if these, you take a straight edge and you can line these, all these straight edges together, they triangulate to an area right here. And that's where that ground base WSR 88D is located. That is beaming out microwave energy, and that's what's chopping up the precipitation and regulating the amount of precipitation that we get at the ground level. So the media is not reporting on that either. They talk about Doppler radars all the time on the fake news media. They're not really telling you why what the purpose of the. They don't tell you the purpose of the Doppler radar, the true purpose, and that is what we're seeing on these maps right here. They don't tell you, they don't explain why we're seeing these pie-shaped cutouts. That's never explained. And furthermore, they don't show us any of that detail. Okay, let's take a look here at the jet stream map. We can see that we've got flow right into California and into Nevada, Arizona. Surface pressure map shows a closed low right here moving in. This is that developing storm moving in. We can see some jaggies here. This is the indication of the manipulation taking place. We have a mixture of high and low pressure, turbulent airflow right in this area, and that's why we're seeing these isobars with jaggies. That should never be. They should all be very smooth and gradual in their curves. This is what it should look like. Next is the 500 millibar map. We see that closed low right over here. This has the blockade. Jet stream is being blocked from getting into that low pressure system. This right here should be delivering rain to southwest, but it's not. That's because of all the heavy chemtrail spraying. Right here we see the 300 millibar map. Got jet stream moving right into our area right here. And we see that low pressure. Look at this right angle right here, this big edge. Should never see anything like that. That is a manipulation taking place. See that right here once again. This is the manipulation right here. They've got this high pressure blockade installed, and that is preventing this flow pattern from getting into that low. So everything is regulated and has nothing to do with CO2. The geoengineeringwatch.org people, Mr. Wigington, is essentially promoting global warming with his statements that he makes. And that's hard to believe. We don't have any warming on the globe other than what's being shown here. We have a satellite-generated area of high pressure that will warm the area and prevent moisture from moving in. So let's just call it what it is. And these chemtrails are not being sprayed to block sunlight. That's preposterous. We've got natural clouds moving in. That will block the sunlight and give us rain. So Mr. Wigington needs to explain himself and clarify what he means and why he is saying that. Why, the chemtrail aerosols are sprayed at specific times. We've gone over that here just so many times. The precise timing of the aerosols are key to understanding why they're being sprayed. These jets that deliver the that spray the aerosols cost thousands of dollars an hour to fly. The flight time is very costly, and furthermore, they wouldn't be spraying at night, spraying chemtrails at night. If solar radiation management is a joke, I think that invalidates all your hard work over there at Geoengineering Watch. So I would suggest that you guys rethink your strategy with how you present what you're saying. It's all wrong. The chemtrails are sprayed to modify precipitation rates. All right, that's it. So we're just going to leave it right here. And we're expecting rain today and tomorrow, probably through the early morning hours of tomorrow morning, Thursday. And we had expected rain on Saturday. That's been canceled. The weather forecast is changing daily. So we'll just keep an eye on it. We may get rain Saturday, probably not. We'll just have to wait and see what they give us. It's in their hands. There we go. All right, we'll just leave it right here. That's it.